Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of X for the Economy campaign, and we've got a few bits of pieces to do today and a couple of things I've done on purpose just to kind of point out a few things. The first one is I've let everything tick over, got about 7 million. The money's definitely flowing nicely through trades and stuff like that. Obviously we're not utilising our current new systems, new factories and stuff like that yet, because as you can see none of them have subordinates. So one of the things we need to do is look at subordinates today. And again, we need to remember we need more medium ships, because obviously we've decided to go through with the 8 medium platform. So rather than having all the small ships in, we can go for medium. Avoiding large for now. Just bear in mind, if you are, planning on to do stuff like that, just keep an eye on which size ship you have compared to how many slots you have, because you can get that bit of a bottleneck on your systems. The other thing is just to point out, if you remember these three here, wasn't the meat one of them? I'll double check. No, the meat's stacked up ready to go. So it was the other two and this. It was a spice, the wheat, and the, where is it? Food ration. If you remember, construction completed. These were all set up ready to go for our next little bit of project. We've got the dock. Basically, we've got all the docks. Nothing else on it. There's no factories or anything like that. Now, if you notice, it's complete. And I've completed all of them on purpose. If I now want to edit this, not only is it going to cost me to expand the space, which we knew that anyway, but we also have no builder. So not only are we going to expand the space, we're also going to have to pay another 300k per plot for a new builder. For me, that's looking at about nearly $1 million just to get the builders back in. I've done this on purpose because there's a couple of things I want to do, and we don't need to utilize them too much just yet. But let's start off with the head on back. Let's start off with the wheat factory, okay? Because we can sell the wheat as well as a byproduct. If we go in and plan build again, same with this one because I didn't know which one I'd do first, to be fair, so I did all of them. We're going to have to adjust this. So first of all, I'm going to go back a second. I'm then going to go to my plots. I'm then going to find the wheat factory. And we're going to expand it. We're going to make it the same size as we've done with the other ones. As you can see, our license fee is now going up. Go. We need 448,000. It's just what basically the difference between what you've already paid to what it would have been. Let's continue. So we're in. Now, we are smack bang in the middle of this box. Had we left this as it was without placing any money in the construction, this would be planned modules. But we'd have had it planned out, ready to go. We'd have had our builder sat waiting to go. Again, I've done this on purpose. But if I now want to move all of this, I move it all this way to where we've placed the other stuff. Go, let's just get it nicely in the corner. You'll see now it's removing all the modules and rebuilding all the modules. Resources available, none. Resources needed, none. Obviously we don't need to buy anything. So in terms of resources, no problem whatsoever. Time, it's going to take a little bit of time to do. So let's go ahead and we'll assign another builder. Where are we? Everybody's busy. And you'll do for now. So straight away, 300 grand out of the pocket again. 600 grand to build this alone. Now, it's going to have to remove the modules and build them again. I don't know if they've changed it, and I hope they have. It used to actually completely remove them and then move them all again. I don't know whether or not it just kind of confirms the move, but we'll double check that. But the next thing we want to do, since this is our wheat factory, we need to consider what we need for our wheat factory. It's the argon. That's the little argon symbol there in the corner. You can see it's a supply. These are all supplies. That's food and drink. I think that actually means like raw food and stuff like that. There is things behind them all that they kind of fall into categories. But I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. We're obviously going to need storage modules. We can see what we need by using this. Right now, we've got no sights on anything. To rectify that, is not press the back button, because that's annoying. Because I've now wiped everything out. However, thankfully the builder didn't make it here, so it's not completed the build. Just remember that. Don't press the back button. Okay, right, we're pretty much in that top corner there. All I do is if you place a wheat module anywhere you like, as long as it goes green, so you can't do the one with the red one because that's within there, whack it on like that. It's not going to build because it's going to concentrate on the other ones first. It's in order. But you can see straight away what you need. You need water. It'll tell you what it needs for storage type. You need energy cells. We need wheat. And it goes into a container. It surprises me that water is actually showing as a storage container. I believed water was actually liquid, so worth noting that. I completely forgotten it's classed as a container because obviously water is being shipped out in. It doesn't get shipped out in its liquid form. Well, you know, it is in its liquid form, but it's in containers for people to use. It makes more sense. So we can see straight away that all we need is container storage, because all this is going to do is wheat. So straight off the bat, we can now go to our storage modules, and we've got the large container storages. So straight away, I can do like this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the design slightly. Let's just move this further out the way. Now, I'd like to have had the you get the base modules for the one that's twice as big. Will you go on there, please? But if I go there, is that going to be far enough out? I'm hoping so. Let's just double check. Okay, so we know the wheat factories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically place them like so. If I can fit it in. Let's get the cross connections. Connector, cross connector. Now we can see there, it's pretty flat. So is our wheat product. Now, looks like we can actually put it on the end. I'm wondering if I can get another one in there. I don't think I can. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a iffy fit. Might be able to go like that and then like that. Hey, look at that. That actually looks pretty smart. I actually quite like that. What we could also do, if I remove you from there. No, do not do that. Pressing the wrong button. Move the module. Can I fit that in there? We can. It's close, real close, but it doesn't technically touch. So I'm happy because that's my standard, is that I don't want it touching. Still got the clearance on both sides, and it's practically level with each. As a matter of fact, I think it is level, or maybe just no. Okay, so you can see now we've got more things to do. It's going to have to do this lot first, but the materials for that is already there, so that will stack up nicely. And what that allows us to do is actually get a manager in there sooner rather than later. And there's a couple of things we can work out as well that I'm going to show you. What you can do, if you want to expand on this, is if you copy the sequence and duplicate it. I think 4 is going to be more than enough at this stage. We need a lot of resources, as per usual. I'm going to let it build everything apart from energy cells because we now have a surplus. We can't deliver the surplus, but we will be able to soon. That's what we're going to sort out. Energy cells, only my property may trade. We can accept the estimate because we've got enough money, but we won't be doing the other couple today, I don't think, because that's quite an expensive one. The other two we'll just have to sit on for now. Did I accidentally make that bigger on one side? That's annoying. 4. Oh, no, apparently. I don't want to build 5, I want 4. Not quite sure why it's gone to 5. 4. Oh. Okay, that's annoying because it's just made me buy the license for that, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. We'll deal with it. It's this section here that's gone further down. Okay, so you can see we're actually getting a delivery of energy cells, which is nice. We've got our builder going. telling us that the resources are slightly higher is because it's adjusted to what we've actually purchased to the market price. That's no problem. Let's. Oh, it's now removing them modules. 10 minutes 48. So I'm presuming the builder's arrived. So yeah, it's going to dismantle them and then redo them in a corner. So you're looking at probably around about 10 minutes to remove them, plus another 10 minutes each to build them. So you're already adding almost an hour to the build. Just bear that in mind. We'll have to do the same for the other ones. Let's get out of that before I buy more bloody property space. There we go. Right. Now, before I go on to the next section, which is going to be going to our new energy production, main energy production. If you're building multiple stations and you get sidetracked and kind of lost as to what you've actually done already and what stations need what, the easiest way to keep track of it is just go through them one by one. Or what you can do is I usually put, so say the solar power plant, that's done and dusted, that I don't need to worry about that. But the food ration factory, it's going to sit for a while, potentially. You know, I'm not going to do anything with it. You know, I haven't got the money to do anything with it just yet. So all I'll do is just add UC to the end of it, under construction. When I look in my thing there, I can see UC and go, oh yeah, right, that's right. So that's why that's not got any subordinates. I know that needs work doing. There's also something else you can do to see whether or not you need managers, and that'll tell you straight away at a glance, I don't need a manager for that just yet. If you go to Mission Manager, you'll see here you've got upkeep missions, and it tends to come up as this one first. If you click this middle one, upkeep missions, that's missions for your stations. Gives you a list of each one of them, and you can see straight away that's under construction. That, don't need to worry about that, under construction. The majority of these one mission ones will tend to be something along the lines of a manager, or it's not got enough money in its bank account. Two missions one will probably be something along the lines of, there you go, cargo drones and acquiring a manager. Sometimes there's stuff like it needs more money for construction and stuff like that. Restart cargo, it needs assigned subordinates. See, it needs liquid and a solid. Extend station storage. See that? Production coming to a halt. It's running out of storage space. So it tells you straight away what you need to do with it. That's the one that we're not bothering with. That's the one we're going to leave there and just use the money that it's got and just let it tick over. However, we do need to put in coordinates for it. If we have a look at it in the moment, where are you? Got small ships which may not be taking enough for us. So we'll probably pop a couple of medium in there or one or two large ones in there. But right now we're not worried about that. We'll worry about the main energy production, because this is the grand daddy of power supply. You know, this one, it's still not quite finished. You can see here. Now if you press this button here, you can see at a glance what it still has to do. So you don't have to keep going into your build menu. I prefer the build menu because I like seeing it and make sure I've not made mistakes and I can spot errors that I've made. You don't have to do that. You can also see straight away anything else that's not completed. Whereas again, the build menu has it all in one long list. However, if we go to logical overview, you'll see we've got energy cells. 390,000 energy cells out of a potential 300,000. 3 million. Sorry, 3 million. So we've got a lot here. This is, as I say, the big one. As a station configuration right now, we can only do 3 large. So I'm only going to assign a potential 3 for now. We can't afford it because we won't have enough money. So I'm not going to worry about the large ones just yet. But we want to get a couple of small. You can see we can only fit 12 small at any one time. We can do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 medium. And obviously the medium ones give us more room. So let's go ahead and have a look at what money we've got. We've got about 2 million. We've probably not got any money in its bank account. We don't, because obviously it's not trading. It's waiting for other people to trade for us. Go ahead and take some of that back. But we do still have our ore refinery here. We've got about 4.5 million. I dropped this down to just under 2 million. So we know at a good chance that we could do it again. Going to build it back up. We've got 4.5 million. Let's just double check our refinery complex. 75,000. It's not a great lot, but doesn't need anything, so we'll take it off it. And we can go ahead and check our solar power plant. 480,000. That's a small one. Now that one's started picking up, so it's been able to give us a bit of money. Remember, we're not worried too much about that one because that one's going to be replaced when the other one's done. However, depending on your preference of what ship you would like, head to the shipyard and buy some ships. So let's see how many medium we can get for now. I believe that's not the one I want. That is the one I want. 8,200 container storage. This is container storage. Now remember, if you looked at the other one, as a matter of fact, if we go to the small ships, the couriers, see they can only take container storage as well. Back to the medium. Also, only container storage. I believe if we want to convert raw material over, we have to use a miner to do that, but I'll have to double check on that. But for right now, we don't need to worry about anything else. What we need to worry about is the container storage for our energy cells. 139,000, but we've not got any loadout. We'll just go for low loadout for now. We don't need to worry about too much. We have had a little issue with our attacking earlier on, but that should be over and done with now. We can have up to 15. Remember, we can only take, I think it was, what, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So we could overdo it with 15. They won't all be in at the same time. Don't forget, you are going to get some traffic from people. Let's just get 8 for now. Okay. We then want to get some small ones. And we'll get the... Is it the Courier Vanguard that I wanted? Yeah, it's Courier Vanguard, which looks pretty. And low preset. Now, if I add this to the shopping list, bear in mind what that one can do compared to what this one can do. Is it worthwhile getting the small ones for the same price? Depending on your situation, will depend on whether that's a yes or a no. If you're struggling with getting your ships in, go for the smaller ones. They're faster. They take less time to dock. And if you want them to dock a lot faster, then improve the docking computers. Because if we go into these, they've all got docking computers Mark 1. But what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to drop this off. I'm going to put a docking computer Mark 2 on there. Add to the shopping list. And I'm going to drop it down to 4. Then I'm going to do the same again. For our, oh, there it is. Our medium ships. Add to shopping list. We have about 1.2 million left. So I'm going to leave them at 8. Got 8 medium, 4 small. The 4 small will deliver the much needed resources quickly. The larger ones, the medium ones, will then come in behind and fill out the big orders and stuff like that. You want some small ones to be flying around because they're a lot faster. They can sometimes get you much better prices because obviously the price market fluctuates. Let's confirm that order. As you can see, we've got them going. There's a couple that are going to take a little bit of time, but don't worry about that. I'm just going to fast forward it now, and then we'll assign them to the ships to the station, and then we'll pretty much be right with the episode, I believe. But I just want to get that in so you can just see our new main energy production with a new fleet. Again, we also need a manager. But while that's doing that, actually, let's get the manager sorted. Again, I'm just going to use the player menu. I'm going to go to my personnel management. I'm going to go to the manager role. Assign to this. What do you think? I don't remember if I did that the last time. So if I didn't, I apologise, but that's what you should do. Because you can find then a lot of the captains, but there are service crew in the middle. And I want you to work somewhere else for me. Main energy production. Select the main energy production. Select you as manager. And assign. And off you go. And you can hear that noise then. That's you completing that mission. So that mission will knock off the list. Right. Be right back when we've got some ships. And welcome back everybody. As you can see, we've got our ships ready to go. Head back to our Or we were already in our property own. Let's double check. Got our 8 vanguards and our 4 courier vanguard. And the wrong courier. Okay, and all we need to do now is scroll up to here, right click here, and trade for commander. What? Alpha? And now that we've got the commander, now that we've got them stacked up there and we've got the manager, that should now start bringing us in some money. The manager wasn't there, so he couldn't sell anything. So that was one. So we weren't selling anything with anybody. And 2, we couldn't fulfill any orders without having somebody come to the station. So 2 birds sorted and done. And hopefully we'll see a bit of cash flow. Now I'm going to leave that. And in comparison to the other one, I'll have a double check what we're in at the moment. I'm going to put that to the operating budget. The other thing I'm going to do as well is I'm going to just pop into here, and that's the wrong screen I want. I'm then going to place my drones in. So we want plenty of cargo drones. Got about 160 for cargo drones when it decides to do it. 25 defense drones. Let's get some more defense drones in there. There we go. So we've got our drones set to go. Now that's going to want some money. So it's not going to do anything for drones until we give it some money. So let's just go in. We've got 198,000, barely anything. Let's see if we can just squeeze a little bit of money out of the other ones. We can. Okay. Do we have anything in our refined goods complex? We do not. We'll go to our main energy and it's going to say we 599,000. Give it all the credits we can. That 599,000 is for the drones. That will drop off as and when it gets the drones, but it's not going to need anything once it's got the drones. It'll need a small amount to replace drones, obviously, as and when it can. That may sit a little bit lower than that, hopefully. But we can see we're on 0 credits, and that's about halfway up to the operating budget. So what I'm going to do is, if it doesn't get any money in anytime soon, I'll pop it up to the operating budget. But I'm going to keep the refinery on its operating budget. When we come back for the next episode, we'll see the difference between the two. Even though this has got arguably more expensive stuff on it, this has obviously got more supply and more demand. And we'll see if it's any better. But until next time, everybody, take care for now. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.